This is the Salt Lake Academy Griffins freshman and sophomore team taking on the Timpanogos Timberwolves today, March 23rd, 2026. The game is being played at Zions Bank Stadium, home of the Griffins. Griffins are taking their first corner kick of the half. They're in navy blue, taking on the Timberwolves in white. Signal given, run up right-footed kick. It's medium height and it goes behind the goal. It results in a Timberwolf goal kick. Ball played to the right-hand side, chipped over again to the left-hand side. Salt Lake with a full press, intercepted by Cash. Passes it off over to number 10. Back over to Cash again. Cash over to the right-hand side. Breaks a tackle. Passes the ball over. And that pass from there is off of the back foot of the defender, resulting in a second corner kick that looks like will be taken by number 10, Talon Moore. So the second kick in just as many minutes. Signal given. Players getting into their places into the box. Run up. Ball up high into the center. Off of the back head and goes out of bounds. It'll be another Timpanogos goal kick. Timpanogos building out from the back, kicking it up to the midfield. That pass will be intercepted by number 13. And then passed over on the left-hand side to 19. 19 down the left-hand side over the lane to 7. 7 working inside, about 10 yards out. Ball swung over to Jace. Jace at the top of the circle over to the right-hand side. A left-footed shot by... Can't tell who that was, but it was picked up by the Timpanogos keeper. Ball is intercepted, brought down by SLA by Talon. Talon left foot chips the ball over inside the box to number 7, who is called offsides. Goalie for Timpanogos boots the ball up to midfield. It is first brought down by number 13, recovered by the Griffins. Pass over to Alejandro at the bottom of the circle. Alejandro elects to kick it back to the keeper. Keeper back over on the right-hand side to Alejandro. Alejandro completes a pass to the right back. Ball now at midfield on the right-hand side. And the ball is called out of bounds. It will be white throw-in. Ball thrown in, intercepted by Talon. Talon puts a through ball over to SLA, but it is picked up by the Timpanogos keeper. Kept in bounds by White. White, ball bouncing back and forth, and it looks like number 11 for SLA is going to be able to get that ball, and a foul called against White. It'll result in a free kick, this one about 18 yards out on the far right-hand side. And it looks like Talon will be taking the kick. And there's an injury timeout just on the right-hand side of the screen. A Timpanogos player is down and is limping off. Talon gives a signal, runs up, ball kicked over, bounce off of the hands of the keeper, headed out of the goal line, cleared out. Jace gets a defensive block brought down by 19 just inside the box, shoots, and it's going to go to the right corner of the net, but it'll be picked up by the Timpanogos keeper, who's in pink. Jace throws the ball into number 11. It goes over his head, intended for Hernan. White is able to intercept that ball. White now with possession, bringing the ball up in the middle third on the left-hand side. And a touch there that didn't go how the player wanted. It results in a Griffin throw-in. Ball thrown into Jace. Jace just inside the circle at midfield. Ball tackled away by White. White through ball intercepted, recovered. Jace with the tackle. Jace tackled. White launches the ball up high. It's going to go wide left, just to the left pole. So this will be a goal kick for SLA. And a couple of substitutes being made off screen for Timpanogos. And a bit of a shift. Ball being kicked out of bounds there. Looks like it might have been flat or just extra. SLA with the goal kick. Keeper launches that ball up, reaches midfield. White gets there first. Adrian is able to block a pass. White maintains possession. White now on the left-hand side at the top of the circle, now entering the attacking third. Ball tackled away by the SLA defense. And a through ball over to Adrian. Adrian is called offsides at the last minute. He's called offsides all the way up at the top of the circle of the midfield, so it'll be a Timpanogos free kick. Looks like the Timpanogos keeper will be taking this ball. Right-footed kick over to the left-hand side, brought down by White. White avoids the tackle, gets the ball up, and the ball is called out of bounds. It will be blue throw-in. Ball thrown down the line over to Hernan. Hernan on the right-hand side, streaking over, looking for a cross to Adrian. His pass is intercepted. Ball still in the box. Cleared out by White, picked up by Jace just on the right-hand side of the box. Hernan going in for it. No foul called. White clears it out of the box to the left back, who clears it down the left-hand side of the field, and it goes out of bounds to the White bench. It'll be blue throw-in. And it looks like a substitute for SLA number 22. Espen will be coming on, and number 7, Adrian, coming off. Ball thrown in, and that pass is intercepted but kicked out of bounds. It'll be another blue throw-in. Thrown into 19 still with the ball, circling around, resets back to the defensive line over to 8 to 13 over to Espen, 22. Espen breaks a tackle on the right-hand side, turns to the left, now at the attacking third, trying to get inside the box, breaks another tackle, lays it off over to 11 shoots, and a diving save by White's keeper. Ball still in the box on the right-hand side, and it looks like number 18 is trying to turn the corner, gives it over to Jason. Jace shoots, and it goes in the bottom corner. Jace with the goal, putting SLA up 1-0. Timpanogos with the kickoff, launching it up into the middle. It was picked up by White, scooped over by Jace with the tackle. Jace receives the ball from the back line. Jace, his pass was tackled away, recovered by Blue though. And now Blue coming up across midfield, cutting over the right-hand side, ball tackled away. And now White on the right-hand side, stuffed by number 8. 8 on the left-hand side, breaking a tackle on the left, looking to swing the ball over. His pass is intercepted. White recovers the ball. White plays the ball down on the right-hand side, and White is able to get there. Ball still being dribbled on the right-hand side into the attacking third, and that ball is going to roll out of bounds. Blue throws the ball in over to Cash. Cash, ball tackled away by White. Cash wins a tackle back. Challenged again. Cash lays it off to the center mid at the goal line. It's kicked out of bounds. Will be White throwing in front of the Blue bench. And a couple of subs for SLA. Number 6 coming on. Number 16 coming on. That's Jonah and Nolan. So Jonah will be throwing the ball in just in front of his bench, the top of his defensive third. And he throws the ball back over to Dane. Dane, a right-footed kick, putting the ball up in midfield. It's brought down by SLA, number 10. With a Maradona move there, Talon, he gets the ball over to the right-hand side. Picked up, laid off, back. Blue maintaining possession. Ball dancing around the line. And that ball will be kept in bounds by number 20. And Talon still comes out with the ball. Blue working into the attacking third, getting to the 18-yard line, looking for a cross. And that pass is picked up, crossed into the center, tried to get to Espen, not there. Nolan is able to settle that ball down to the top of the circle. Nolan, right-footed pass complete, a 1-2. Nolan up to the top, laid off, and an attempt there. Nice sequence of events by SLA. Unlucky though. Jace with the tackle, gets the ball over to Talon, I believe that is. Ball played up to number 11. 11 shoots, and it goes behind the goal on the right-hand side. That was Hernan who took the shot. It'll be goal kick now for White. You have Espen and Hernan right at the 18-yard line. You can tell that SLA wants to maintain a high press. Ball kicked over to the left-hand side for White. Hernan putting some pressure on. Ball launched up into the middle. It's brought down by SLA first. Ball being headed around. And the ball is recovered. Picked up by Dane. Dane back over to Alejandro. Alejandro to Dane. Dane over to number 16, Jonah. And Jonah recycles the ball back over to the keeper. Ball kicked up the middle to Nolan. Nolan is able to successfully get that ball over to Dane. Dane back over to Jonah on the left-hand side. Jonah's ball is kicked down the line and headed out by White, resulting in a Blue throw-in at the top of their attacking third. And a couple of substitutes for SLA. River coming on. Hudson coming on. Actually, it looks like a lot of players coming on. I won't be able to get all of them. So it'll be Jonah throwing the ball in on the left-hand side at the top of the attacking third for SLA. Jonah throws the ball into Nolan. Nolan brings that ball down, lays it off to 17. 17 back over to 21. 21 over to Nolan. Nolan now in the attacking third. A nice through ball over to Espen. Cleared out by White. Espen with the tackle. White still trying to get the ball out of the defensive third. Nolan cuts back over to the left-hand side with the ball, looking to cross it over. He has a 1-2 with 11. Nolan. Ball tackled away. White now at the middle third, playing the ball on the right-hand side. Jonah is able to clear that ball off, and that ball is going to roll out of bounds. It'll be blue throw-in at the top of their defensive third. Jonah throws the ball back. Ball kicked over in the middle to Nolan. Nolan plays the ball over to the right-hand side to Alejandro. Alejandro, his pass deflected by White. White is going to maintain possession, and a foul called against SLA. The left-hand side of midfield against number 25. Timpanogos stacking the men at the 18-yard line. Left-footed kick up high into the center, headed away by Nolan. 25 also gets a head on it, but White will recover the ball. Ball chased down. Hernan putting some pressure on, forcing Timpanogos to reset back to their keeper. Ball played up the gut in between Hernan and Espen. It'll be recovered by Nolan in midfield. Nolan plays the ball on the right-hand side, and a through ball over to Hernan is called offsides, a theme that it seems to be happening today. Timpanogos right-footed kick from the keeper. Alejandro to 21. White's going to get there first. 21 cuts him off, resets back over to the center back. Center back plays it over to Jonah. Jonah, bit of a heavy touch, but he's able to recover, cutting the ball more into the center, plays it over to Alejandro on the right-hand side. In traffic, Alejandro is able to break through two players, gets the ball over to the right-hand side, tackled away by White. White still kicked out of bounds. Let's see, that was number 12. That was Jose who was able to keep it in. Then was kicked off of his foot. Call is White throw-in. And a foul throw called against White results in a free throw-in for SLA. And number 12 throws that ball down the line to 25. River is able to pick that up. Ball over to Nolan. Nice footwork. Lays it off over to Jonah. Jonah on the left-hand side, crossing midfield, shimmies into the middle. Has a through ball, but it's intercepted. Nolan is able to clean it up. Gets the ball over to 25. 25 back over to Nolan. Nolan over to... No, that pass was intended for 11, but intercepted. Blue recovers, though. Talon shoots that ball, and it goes over the crossbars. It'll be goal kick for Timpanogos. Players for Timpanogos making a couple of changes, not substitutions, but positional changes. Ball kept in bounds on the left-hand side, about 15 yards out, played down the line, goes out of bounds. It'll be an SLA throw-in. Jonah running over to throw that ball in. Jonah throws the ball in over to 25. Espen gets that ball away. Ball crossed over to the right-hand side. SLA will get there first. Jose gets the ball, placed in the center. Ball recycled back over to Nolan. Nolan Didn't take the touch he wanted. Forces the ball over to number 17. 17 to Alejandro. Alejandro to Nolan. Nolan plays the ball over to the right-hand side. And it's Jose on the right, moving the ball into the attacking third. Places it over to 21 Hudson. Hudson to the top of the corner of the box. Ball tackled away and cleared out of bounds. It'll be an SLA throw-in. They substitute here for Timpanogos. Hudson checking in, gets the ball, is able to bring it down, gives it over to Jose, I believe that is. Espen on the right-hand side, just inside the box, towed away, but 22, Espen almost got there. He's going to get there in the corner, keeping it a ball inbounds, cuts to his left-hand side, beats his man, inside the box now looking to lay it against the line, and the ball is towed in, but it's called offsides. That was Hudson who had a goal stolen away from him. Ball off of the back of the Timpanogos player. Nolan is able to get that ball back over to Alejandro. Alejandro plays a ball over in the middle to 17 Pedro. Pedro has time, cuts over to his left-hand side, and a little bit of a 1-2. Pedro gets it up in the middle at a 25, moving over to the right-hand side, lays it back over to Nolan. Nolan plays it back over to 25. 25 winds up and shoots. Ball deflected off of the back of the Timpanogos player. It'll be a corner kick for SLA. So it'll be Nolan taking the kick. He gives a signal. Players moving into their respective positions. Running up right-footed. Ball up high, a little bit short. Goes down into the ground, and the keeper is able to get there. He read it the entire time. And he yeets the ball out over the right-hand side. Is picked up by Hudson. Hudson left-footed shot. Chipped it just over the top left corner of the woodwork. Hudson is hungry to score a goal.
Is that white too? I think that's white. Yes. Other one? Gorgeous.
Timpanogos making another couple of substitutions.
Want me to keep going, bro?
Ball played on the left-hand side for White. White at the 18-yard line. Plays it against the left-hand side line. Trying to keep it in bounds. 14 tackles the ball away, gets it to Nolan. Nolan one touch. Over to the right-hand side, over to 25, shoots. Hits the pole, and it's Hudson. Goal line, and it goes in. Hudson gets one on the third chance. Putting SLA up with a score of 2-0. It was an impressive defensive line there for Timpanogos there. They were able to keep that ball out for as long as they could. But Hudson was determined to see that one through. The ref had to go talk to the assistant referee on the right-hand side of the screen. White with the kickoff, plays it up into the center, and White boots that one high. Reaching the top of the D of the box, reset back over the keeper. Keeper plays it over to Alejandro. Alejandro a few feet inside the box, plays it over the right-hand side, completes the pass, looking for different options. Ball swung over Over on the right-hand side, Hernan onside this time, and the keeper coming out, and he kicks that one out of bounds. It'll be blue throw in. About 24 yards out. Ball thrown in quickly and tackled away by White, kept in bounds, and then cleared out against the sideline, resulting in blue throw in. Blue quickly throws the ball in over to Nolan. Nolan plays the ball back over to Alejandro. Alejandro gives the ball back over to Pedro at midfield. Let's see, Pedro to 16 on the left-hand side. Jonah still with the ball. Jonah now making a push, breaks a tackle over the right-hand side. Espen on the just outside the box, lays it over to the center, intended for unclear. Hudson was able to get there. Ball back over to Pedro. Pedro to Alejandro. Alejandro plays the ball on the right-hand side. Over to Talon. Talon over to ball shot. And it's going to go wide left. That was Hernan. Might have been a left-footed shot. We'll have to check the footage. And a couple of subs for SLA. We have Dane coming on and Angel coming on. And it is Hernan coming off and River coming off. Timpanogos goal kick. Ball is slotted over to the left-hand side. Nolan challenged for the ball. He was able to get it. Pedro in the middle recovers, plays it on the left-hand side. Ball run through. Jonah is able to get there. Jonah at the top left corner of the box. Still there. Look at it laid in the center. He toes it over to the right-hand side, over to 25, shoots. Scooped up by the keeper. Timpanogos yeets it over to the right-hand side, and that is Dane challenging inside the box. Dangerously, almost got there, cleared out by White. Hudson, no foul called against him. Jonah challenging for the ball, and Alejandro recovers, gets the ball up over to Nolan. Nolan back over to Pedro. Pedro over to Jonah on the left-hand side. Jonah has several feet to work with. Jonah slows things down, gives it over to Dane. Dane passes the ball back over to Pedro. Pedro takes the shot to the left. Pass blocked by White. White will recover the ball into the center. Recovered by 25. 25 looking for more options, circles back, lays it over to the right-hand side of Nolan. Unclear, and White was able to get there first, and Pedro clears that ball out, bounces over the heads of a couple of defenders, and rolls into the arms of the Timpanogos keeper. Ball drop kicked into the center. Nolan is able to get that ball, gets it over to Hudson. Hudson one touches, flicks it up in the air, brings the ball down, plays it over to Dane on the left-hand side, working by the line. Nice move by Dane, a little soul roll. Ball is tackled away and cleared out by White. Jonah challenging for the ball. White is going to get there first. White now approaching midfield, playing it into the center. It's picked up, intercepted by Nolan. Nolan to Alejandro. Alejandro plays the ball up on the right-hand side by Espen, I believe. Espen plays the ball back over to Alejandro. Alejandro on the right-hand side. Passes the ball up to Jose, I believe that is. And the call was reversed over to blue. Ball thrown in. Tackled away. Intended for number 18. 18 recovers the ball inside the box. Flicks it with his right foot and is scooped up by the Timpanogos keeper. Ball drop kicked up high over to the right-hand side. Alejandro headers the ball down to Nolan. Nolan back over to Pedro. Pedro up the gut to Hudson. Hudson up at the center to 25. 25 a through ball on the right-hand side of the top right. Ball tackled away by White inside the box. And a foul against SLA a few feet inside the box. White taking the chance to make a couple of substitutions. Keeper hits that ball up, brought down by Nolan to 25. 25, no foul called. 25 still with the ball, cycles back, makes a full circle, plays the ball over to the left-hand side over to Jonah. Jonah on the right, in the middle, lays the ball over the right-hand side to Nolan. Nolan takes a touch, shoots, and it's going to go wide right. And a couple of more substitutes for SLA. We have number 20, Chris, coming on, and number 7, Adrian, coming on. Alejandro and Jonah seems coming off. And also, I believe that's Antonio is coming back on. Goal kick for Timpanogos. Over to the far left-hand side, headed away by SLA. White elects to let the ball roll out of bounds. It'll be White throwing, the top of their defensive third. 25 challenging. Nolan is going to pick it up. Nolan moving over, a through ball to Hudson. Hudson inside the box. Sliding tackle save, still gets it, shoots, stuffed again. White looking to clear the ball out. Adrian is able to recover just outside the box on the right-hand side, looking to turn the corner, find a man. He lays it off over to 18. 18 working against the baseline. The ball kept in bounds, still in bounds, using his body, shielding the ball, and White is able to dislodge the ball and clear it out of their territory. Ball kicked back into 25. 25 lays the ball over to Nolan. Nolan takes a touch, shimmies over to the right-hand side, over to the left, and is fouled just outside of the box. Looks like he may have awkwardly landed on his hand. Looks to be in a bit of pain. It looks to be his left hand that he's holding. And it looks like he's gonna take himself off real quick, nursing his left hand. So in a return back to action, it looks like it's going to be free kick just at the top, about 19, 20 yards out. Run up to the ball, left-footed kick, and it goes wide left. Ball back in play. Intercepted by Jace. Jace on the right-hand side shoots. Ball blocked. Diving save, and it is Dane rushing after it. It's going to be a Griffin corner kick. Signal given. Players getting into position. Run up to the ball, right-footed kick. It's going to go all the way past the far post, just in front of Chris, I believe, or Hudson. One of those two, almost connected with the header. It's going to be goal kick. Ball back in play over to the left-hand side. SLA challenging for the ball. Dane is going to win it. Dane over on the right-hand side, lays it off over in the center. Center over to Adrian. Adrian maintains possession, plays it over the right-hand side. 20, Chris. He kicks it over to the right, trying to get over to Adrian again. Adrian And that ball is going to be rolled out of bounds, and the call is goal kick. Goal kick for Timpanogos. Ball brought down to the bottom of the middle third. Tackled away by Cash. Cash resets back over to Pedro. Pedro over to the right-hand side to Chris. And there was a foul called. Ball back in play. Put it in the center. Jace is able to get the ball about 6 yards out, takes a touch just inside the box over the left-hand side, chips the ball up in the center. Swing and a miss by Adrian. And a foul, a penalty awarded. The ref is saying that the player pushed him. It occurred directly at the penalty marker spot. And so it is going to be, I believe that is number 8, Dane, who will be taking the PK. And the Timpanogos coaches wanting a word with the referee before this PK is officially awarded. Wanting an explanation. Ref saying that he was clearly pushed. So the penalty is awarded. Dane will be taking the kick. Whistle given. Run up. Right-footed kick. Slotted to the right-hand side. And a goal. Making the score 3-0 in favor of the Griffins.
Tadi, yo me voy a la casa con ellos. Gracias. Buena, Santi, me gusta. Golazo.
Timpanogos with the kickoff. Ball chipped up, recovered by Cash. And Jace, nope. Number 10, Talon challenging for the ball. Played back over to Talon in midfield. Talon moving over to the left-hand side. Left-footed kick, through ball over to Dane, who is called offsides. Ball cleared up over to the right-hand side, brought down by Timpanogos, swallowed up and fouled by the Griffin defense. Timpanogos looking to hurry and hustle to get that ball down, keeping the ball in their attacking third, headed away by the defensive line, picked up by Dane. Dane single flick over the defender, now working the left-hand side. Looking for options. He nutmegs the player over in the middle. Back heel pass. Not there. And 18 battling for the ball. And it's towed out of bounds by White, resulting in a corner kick Dane will be taking the corner kick. And the assistant ref on the far right hand side off screen waving her flag. A ref going over to consult with her. And the ref giving a yellow card to an SLA player. And a reversal call there, no longer a corner kick. And a quick water break potentially.
They was already at the spot.